we've gotten so soft, we lost our awareness to hunt. We lost our awareness. Our awareness is we can pull up anywhere and they'll bring us food. We can get online and have something delivered the next day from Amazon. We are so spoiled, it is unbelievable. But guess what? There's no shortcuts in communicating to a great animal like this. You got to put in time and work. There's no piece of equipment that's going to get your horse trained. You've got to put in time and work, and you're sharpening your skills of awareness and understanding. You can't do no shortcuts. I can show you some ways to communicate, and I can show you some things to do it correctly, to achieve what you want to achieve quicker than most, but you got to put in the time. So when something goes, all he wants to do is run around me. He goes into this mode of just running all the way around me and just takes off and runs around me, and he gets away from me because he runs around me. But watch my hands, watch my demeanor, watch my tail. See there? Watch my demeanor. I don't have all this. Watch. I'm going to ask. Anybody see the difference? He's wanting to run around here, and because she's lunged him so much, I'm going to go to the rib cage. I'll go with him. See there? He can't ever pull on me. I'm going to go with him. See there? See, watch me get his hind feet, go through the rib cage. There, I released him. See how I dropped my lead rope? I actually never pull on these horses. I'll actually go with them and hold them until they release that body. If I stay here anchored, they will jerk me out of my boots. Because of my angles. If I was too far behind him, he'd just run around me and take off. But if I go through his rib cage and bend his rib cage, he has to cross his hind feet and his front feet and give that to me. Watch here again, watch me looking at him, see there? See, now he's softened his body up. I don't look at their eye. Nervous people, all they do is look at their horse's head when they're on the ground or when they're on their back. That's all they do. Unsure, nervous people, all they do is look at the horse's eye, and what it does is it sends negativity. Watch him start to relax, licking his lips. Even though you think, oh, you're correcting him, I'm giving him a pretty good deal. You see him lower his head because of my leadership. I'm not shocking him. I went through asking, slowly, then telling, and then correcting. Watch again. I'm going to put up my hand, ask, I'm riding him. See the difference? I'm going to show him. That's good. I'm going to show him this. There you go. Now I look at what part of the body I want to move. There he goes. He walked up on top of me here. So now watch me release his rein. I'm actually riding this horse. He's allowed to do something wrong. He's allowed to do something wrong, which means I don't have a hold of him. He's allowed to do something wrong. Watch him start to relax. But if you can move them laterally, you've got more control and more softness. And when you just back them up, they're like a rubber band, they come up on top of you. But see, watch this. There's so much of this has been done. See, he's so defensive about that, isn't he? Let me tell you something. This here affects your riding. The faster you go, the faster your hands gets, the more the horse takes off. They run away from your hands because they don't trust your hands. So if I watch here as I pick up that hand, I'm riding him. This is how I start my colts. I'm riding him. See there? How I ride him. See, he's connected to me. On the ground, you watch him salivate. He likes that. He likes that I can pick him up and pick him around here. Watch my body. See that relaxing? I don't want you to watch the horse. I want you to watch my techniques. So what I do is the true horsemanship is you work through their body to get them soft in their mouth and their head. Because my engagement of my energy is a different energy. It's an engagement. Okay? So watch the difference here. Watch even the difference here. When I put out my direction hand, what's the difference? Watch me crab him. Crab him where he crosses his hind feet and his front feet. Watch, there you go. See there how he started getting a little straight? And my body language started going like this? And then what's going to happen when he doesn't listen to me? But look how relaxed he is because I give him a good deal. Look how relaxed he is. Look how he's salivating. I give him a good deal. Teach, ask, tell, correct. I go through those principles so he never gets nervous. Hear him. You should teach your horse how to do that. Matter of fact, we'll do that together. If I go, those horses will go. I pick up how I don't pull on him. Watch him follow my feel. Now I'm going to create a little energy from here out here. Ask. Now I'm going to yield him. There we go. Now I drop the lead rope. I step on this side. I'm going to ask him. I want you to see the slack in that lead rope. Most people will do this. They'll pull behind themselves and watch the horse come on top of you. See there? Watch my angle. My hand never ever goes behind me. My hand stays right here. It never keeps pulling behind me. Watch this horse when he gives to my rein. Watch this. See the slack in the rein? See there? I never keep pulling it. It's like people when they turn a vehicle, they turn, and the vehicle turns, they keep turning. So the biggest thing when people ride a horse is when they turn, the horse responds, they keep pulling. So then they get stiff because there's no reward. What's the reward in this horse? What's the reward? What's that slack? See there? What's the slack? I hold, see the release? And my hand still says go forward. He'll get better at it. My hand still says go forward. When I drop my hand, that means you don't have to go forward anymore. I get those horses to follow my hand. I get them to follow my rein. But so many people pull that rein back in here, and it pulls their front end into their hind end, and they have nowhere to go. So like right here, they pull that hand back here, they keep pulling. You're used to pulling instead of suggesting. What's the suggestion? What's the suggestion? Watch how I use my lead rope right here. See there? How I suggested? See how I suggested? See there? See how I suggested with my body? See there? And then I released. I suggested. Gives him a good deal. And so these horses, when I get their body softened up, they're easy to lead around. But watch how I lead my horse around. I have my tail on the inside. See there? I never have it over here. Have it on the inside. So when we get pretty advanced, I can pick my hand up right here and I can push his shoulder away. See there? See there? He gets close to me. I drive him over here. Watch. I get him to lead over there. See there? Watch. Watch. Drive.
Your place to be.
He didn't release all the way, which means he didn't disengage all the way. I hold him till he released, till he got. See, he's been pulled on so much. If he's got so much energy, I just stay with him right here. My angles. If I go too far forward, he'll back up. If I go too far back, he'll take off and lunge. See there? My angles have got to be so important. Watch me crab him. See, I'm not pulling on him. Watch me crab him. See? He can't get away from me, but I'm keeping this distance right here. Watch me right here, keeping this distance. And he's going to say, oh, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. I said, okay. So what I did was I challenged him. I challenged him. Watch me let that slide through. Most of y'all are going to go ahead and you're going to pull on that horse. See, I let it slide through. Let it slide through. And I'll work him until he starts to come down and relax. There's so many things that you can do with this. He's in my way right here. But see how clear I am, how smooth I am. Now, if he was to jump up on top of me, I can't go through the ask to tell, right? I got to go right to the correction. But I can stick, what I'm doing is, I'm directing his mind. You got to get their body softened up. You got to get their body softened up. See, he tried to pull on me right there. Really tried to jerk me out of my boots here. See, look how soft that is there. I don't allow it. I let it slip through my hand. There we go. I get him a little bit more tighter because there's different standards as you go along with your horse, and this is something you got to understand. As you develop your horse along, you start to refine your communication a little bit more, so your expectations become a little bit more greater because you already know that they know, and then you can start refining your expectations. But the worst thing you can have is a complacent horse. What is a complacent horse? The horse is complacent where it's just learning the same thing every day and it gets bored, so its conscientiousness, its awareness starts to leave. And then when you try something new, they just go silly because you haven't enhanced their mind of learning. When you get on a rhythm of learning, they want to learn something new every day. They don't want the same old stuff. The same stuff from the day before, but build on it a little bit more, build on it a little bit more, build on it a little bit more. Little thing at a time. So just like right there, I went to shorten him up and I drove his rib cage around. I got him a little bit more and said, hey, quit moving around.
Helping you drive forward.
So I can shorten him up here just a little bit, teach my horse how to be able to come to a mounting block. Most of y'all don't get on your horse correctly. They're either too tall. There's a change right there. So I just rub him right here. So I can get him to move over here. Heal his rib cage. Move over here. All that's work out there, see? Move over here. All that's work at it. And where am I going to release him? Release him. Bring my angles of my hand back in here. There's a releasing spot. There it is. See there? So if he wants to go to moving, he can move. Exercises. I've got exercises to take all that nervous energy away from him and wanting to leave. I turn that into positive, where this become positive. If you allow them to go out there and never make that positive, it becomes their idea to run away from you, not stand still, not want to come to the mounting block. The older I get, the more I realize a mounting block's a pretty doggone good thing. Good for their backs, good for mine. Those of y'all that I don't publicize, try not to publicize my health very much, but 2 years ago I had a fusion in my back. Above there I had an artificial disc, and just 10 weeks ago I had 2 artificial discs put in my neck. So he moved away. I think, you see, y'all are thinking, oh, he did something wrong. This is going to make him better. You see, this is what I think. This is going to make him better. See, this is going to make him better.
When you say it has to be done through the rib cage, what do you mean?
It's very simple. They'll run off like this. See? If the rib cage is bent, they'll follow that rein. See there? They'll follow that rein. See there? If they just do this, the rib cage is locked up. See there? The rib cage is locked up. The horse will run away like this. When I get the rib cage bent, then they'll follow that rein. Their feet will follow the rein. Now, I don't have to say what's going on here. Wherever I go, he feels so comfortable because of my leadership. I had fair instruction. I had correction that he knew why I corrected. See, I don't even have to touch him here and he'll move his front feet over. See there? This is easy to do once you have all the rest. Go through his rib cage. See this? It's easy to do once you have all the other stuff working for you. He looks away. I bring him back here. The refinement of communication. My tools did not play an impact on my horse. My body language did. That's why I don't use a stick. Not to say a stick is not any good, but when you use a stick, so many people, that horse is always looking at that stick, and if you saw me go through here and using my body language, they start reading me instead of my stick. It's so easy to use a stick wrongly. That's exactly right. A stick can be beneficial if it's implemented with your body language, my pre-signal. It's about communication, and I can break it down and simplify it for you, and I actually did. All the questions that you're asking, there's answers in here. I just want you to think about them. I love you asking questions, but they're very simple because I actually demonstrated your answers. And if you can think about your answers, they're all in there. He has a chance to run out the gate. He has a chance to go anywhere he wants to go. Okay? But he decides to stay with me. And I'm okay with him running off, but I've got tools to help him if he does. So therefore, Lisa, therefore, I have no anxiety. I don't have anxiety. I've got the answers. I know where he's at. I don't have anxiety. I've got knowledge. I've got things that I put in place. If there was a plane to come over here and he got upset, I'd know how to help him. Know how to work with him. I got exercises that get his mind with me. Okay? This is more important than methods, guys. Connecting your horse is more important than methods.